Hello, everyone. We have some amazing news to share. If you answered a huge stimulus check in my bank account, you're right. And that's what over 66 million Americans will wake up to in the coming weeks. The federal government has approved a new round of stimulus payments for seniors, disabled people, veterans, and their families. Speaking about cold hard cash, millions of people living on fixed incomes from Social Security disability or other benefits will soon get an extra $2,000 in their bank accounts. Imagine how amazing that will feel. This is life-changing money that will help folks catch up on bills and pay rent and mortgages. Repay debts, cover medical costs. I've been pressing Congress and the Biden administration to approve this next round of stimulus assistance for months, and my tireless efforts have finally paid off in the biggest way possible. These payments are coming in hot. They've already been dispersed from the Treasury Department, and you should be seeing that money in your account. My channel is your trusted source for Social Security updates and stimulus checks for seniors, especially Ssdi and VIA recipients. I hope you're doing well. If you're receiving Social Security, SSI, or benefits, listen up because this video contains big news about additional stimulus payments. I know times have been tough for so many of you, especially those on fixed incomes through programs like Social Security, as the pandemic rocked the economy and caused inflation to skyrocket higher than we've seen in decades. Prices on everything from groceries to gas have gone through the roof, making it difficult to make ends meet. However, I have some great news that will provide much-needed relief after months and months of back. If you get Social Security retirement benefits, SSI disability benefits, SSDI benefits, or benefits and compensation, you'll receive a $2,000 direct stimulus payment. $2,000 heading straight into your bank accounts very, very soon. From everything I'm hearing from my insider sources, these payments have already been dispersed from the Treasury Department, and many of you should be seeing these $2,000 stimulus checks hit your bank accounts within the next 1-2 weeks. If you have direct deposits set up for those receiving paper checks, it may take a little bit longer to arrive through the mail system, but this is a done deal. The money is out the door and on its way to you. As we speak, this is such a huge win, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be sharing this great news. These stimulus checks are going to make an incredible difference in the lives of millions of struggling Americans. Now let me give you all the key details about these new $2,000 stimulus payments that are pretty much unprecedented in terms of size and scope. As I mentioned, the full payment amount that recipients will receive is $2,000. Initially, there was a lot of debate about whether it would be $1,400 or $2,000, but advocates were able to push it to the full $2,000 to really make a huge impact, given the difficult circumstances so many are facing. This payment is being officially called an emergency relief payment. But we all know it as a good old-fashioned stimulus check, just like the previous 3 stimulus payments that went out starting back in April 2020. The eligibility requirements for this $2,000 stimulus check are very straightforward if you are currently receiving Social Security retirement benefits. You will automatically receive a $2,000 stimulus payment if you receive SSDI, SSI, or VA payments. Anyone receiving benefits from any of those 4 major government programs receives a flat $2,000 payment with no income limits or phase-down ranges. Based on enrollment numbers for these programs, almost 66 million Americans will receive $2,000 stimulus payments. The best news is that this stimulus check is totally shielded from garnishment. If you receive a monthly check from Social Security, the SSA, or the VA for any reason, you are entitled to this new stimulus payment. 2. So if you have outstanding debts back child support, student loans, taxes owed, those third parties cannot touch a single penny of this $2,000 payment. Same goes for you. As Treasury debt offsets your stimulus, payment cannot be reduced or garnished to pay other federal debts you may have. Isn't that great news? You'll get every dollar of that $2,000 to do with as you please. There's also no obligation to claim the stimulus money as taxable income on your $2,000 stimulus checks. Starting with Social Security, there are just under 63 million beneficiaries nationwide, including 47 million retired workers receiving retirement benefits and 8 million disabled workers receiving SSDI. Finally, 8 million low-income elderly and handicapped people receive SSI or SSDI, So that's nearly 63 million stimulus checks going out to Social Security beneficiaries of one kind or another. The Department of Veterans Affairs programs have 5 million veterans receiving disability compensation, 500,000 veterans receiving pension payments, and 400,000 family members or survivors receiving survivor benefits. Just an absolutely colossal number of people who are getting this financial relief. The total cost of this new stimulus package is expected to be around $132 billion. That's an enormous amount of money being injected directly into the bank accounts and pockets of those in our society who need it most now. For some more logistics on how these $22,000 payments will actually get. According to reports I'm getting from inside sources, the direct deposit payments seem to have already started going out. So many of you watching likely have those payments pending in your bank account, or you may even have access to the money within the next couple days. I've been seeing reports on Twitter of people getting pending deposit notifications from Wells Fargo Chase and Bank of America for $2,000, with a note that the Internal Revenue Payment description was used last time to clarify that these $22,000 payments would not affect eligibility for benefits like SSI or Ssdi. According to Treasury Department sources, paper checks will start going out over the next week or two. It will take time to print, sort, and mail all those paper checks to tens of millions of households across the country. If you receive SSI and other Social Security benefits, you may receive this $2,000 stimulus payment later because the Social Security Administration still has out-of-date bank account details on file for many SSI recipients. SSI beneficiaries may have to wait 4 weeks to see the stimulus money hit, so keep an eye out over the next month or so if you're on SSI and eagerly awaiting your payment. Hopefully, it will get straightened out and sent to you quickly, but just factor in the potential for a short delay in that specific situation to give you an idea of what this increase means. The average monthly Social Security retirement benefit is $1,550, so a 10% boost would raise it to about $1,700. For Ssdi disability benefits, the average monthly payment is $1,360, but a 10% increase would raise it to nearly $1,500. This is huge for anyone collecting Social Security or Ssdi, since the extra money coming in every month will improve quality of life and finances. No more choosing between groceries and medications. This boost will make a huge impact on top of that 10% permanent increase. This new stimulus law also authorizes a one-time emergency 88.7% cost of living adjustment or KEO for Social Security in 2024. I can't stress enough how much these $2,000 stimulus payouts will affect over 66 million Americans. Since the early days of the pandemic and financial crisis that ends today's program, I've been screaming for more targeted economic aid. See you in the next video, and if you enjoy it, subscribe for more.